What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update. I hope you can hear me now. Sorry about that. My Streamlabs updated and it screwed up my volume, or my mic settings. So anyways, it should be all set now. So anyways, guys, make sure you smash the likes. What I was trying to say in the beginning of the video earlier was that as you guys know, I didn't make any members videos this weekend. I will be making some members videos during the week after my morning updates. As you guys know, if you do follow me on Twitter, and if you don't, give me a follow. It's at CryptoSavvy1. I went to get a vehicle. I bought a new truck, and well, I ordered a new truck from Ford. Anyone that's ordered anything know it takes forever, so I just went ahead and bought a used one. But I did want to give a shout out to Dallas Auto Direct, guys. Great place to deal with. They helped walk me through a lot of stuff. Just great company to deal with, guys. Check them out. But anyways, they got me the truck I wanted specifically, and I went down to Alabama to pick it up. Well, the night before, I scheduled some airline tickets. I was supposed to have one stop. Long story short, they delayed it, and then finally got me on the airplane, and then they decided the airplane couldn't fly after sitting in it for 40 minutes. So I couldn't get to my first destination to catch my second plane. So I had them fly me into a different airport. This is all in a crazy amount of time because I had to get there at a certain time before the place closed. So anyways, long story short, I got flown into Tennessee, and it was the lady at the airport said it was 2 hours away from the place. Well, it ended up being 3.5 hours once I got off the plane and looked at it. So I got down to the Uber section, got an Uber, and it said someone accepted it. I was like, cool, someone accepted it. They pulled up, and the guy asked me where I was going. He thought I made a mistake, and I told him, and he said, oh, hell no. And he just drove away and left. So I tried it again with another Uber driver, and finally the second one came up and said the same thing. Did you make a mistake? Where are you going? And I told him Alabama, and he said, screw it, get in, and he ended up driving me. So I did make it barely on time. I called the place. The guy waited a little afterwards. But anyways, and then today with the video with no sound, just not my lucky day. So anyways, let's see what's going on. So we're getting if you're looking at the retracement from this top here, the bottom here, we are getting support now on the 0.5. As you guys know, we talked about it plenty of times. As of right now, nothing has changed in the big picture, guys. Still the same chart that we've had forever. Nothing's changed. We're still making a lower low unless we break this 53, which I don't see happening. You know, I could be wrong, but I just don't see it. So anyways, let's take a look at some stuff going on here. This is my big picture, and I'm not sure how the count goes yet, but if we don't have a correction, the ABC just like this, like we have it drawn here, the other way it could work out would be something like this. And if we go back over here in 2018, same thing, we just kept having a bunch of bull traps, and somebody had said we never got close to the height of the first bull trap. Well, this was the first one. Went all the way down to 10,400, all the way back up to 16,400, then back down to 12,600, and all the way back up to 17,300. But each time, guys, they can't just sell it all off into you. I've talked about this many a times. They got to get the market bullish again. Therefore, that's why I call it a bull trap, so they can sell high, and they do it again and again and again and again and again and again. But over here, you'll see it made a kind of a smaller triangle here, and we took a measured move back here. If you guys watched my first video ever, it was right down here. I was calling the bottom. But anyways, and then back over in 2019, same thing. The market tops almost the same type of top every time so far. So if it continues, we could be looking at something like this. Now, if we just measured the triangle from here, that would get us somewhere down to about 5,500. I'm not saying it's going to go that low. we could, you know, bounce around in here and start a smaller triangle down at the bottom like we did in 2018. And let's say it went up to this area here. What would that be? That would get us down somewhere in the 17,000 range. As you guys know, the 1-to-1 extension target I do have is around 16.5, although I think if this continues, it's going to go much lower than that. So this is from Friday's video. I had put this circle up here for the 0.786 fib, and I said we could go to around that 50,100. Still a possibility we might reach that. If we break that, then I would have to start watching that 53. But we're going to take a look at the bigger picture too and look at the parabolic arcs. If you guys are interested in trading, definitely check out PHEMEX, my favorite exchange. There's a link down below. You can use my promo code SAVVY50. That gets you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus to use towards your margin. SAVVY25 gets you 25% off your fees.
That would be about that.
And if you go over to my page here, go to the home on my YouTube, and there's some tutorials down here. This is the PHEMEX tutorial you want to. This thumbnail right here is the one you'll want to watch to learn how to use their leverage. A lot of people don't get how to use the margin and adjust it, but it's in that video. It's super simple. Check it out. But this is still looking pretty much the same, guys. There's really not a whole lot has changed here. We did make some, let's look at this RSI here. Let me get it over where you guys can see it. We are making slightly higher highs right here on the RSI and lower highs on the price action. That's hidden bearish divergence. Does look like it's ready to flip around, but like I said, we could get to that 50,000 range still as a possibility. Obviously not guaranteed. This is our fractal we've been watching. Still looks pretty good. Let's say we get up to that 51 or 50,100 range. It could be maybe a little bit higher, but I'd be looking for it to retest right here if it did. But again, nothing's telling me that that has to happen, obviously. Let's take a look at some more here. This was from Friday's video also, where we were talking about the break. Obviously got the break. If you guys would, check out my wife's webpage, inkimage.com. There is a link down below. A lot of crypto stuff on there, a lot of gift ideas, a lot of other stuff. Just check it out if you would. And this is the parabolic arcs, guys. And I'm going to go over this again. So back here, 2011 to 2014, once we broke that parabolic arc, we were in a bear market. 2017 and 18, once we broke that parabolic arc, we were in a bear market. This year, we broke the parabolic arc back at around 50, it was right around 54,000, I think it was. Let's see, 56.4. So we broke that there. I said I believe we were in a bear market, and I drew an extra one on here for the bulls to give them one last chance. We broke it. Could we be going up to test it? Now, I put in the title that what would make me bullish? Well, a break above this blue trend line, and now that's a little bit higher today. That's not to say it gets up that high, guys, but a break above that and getting support on this blue line, I would have to start turning bullish. And until that happens, though, as you guys know, I remain bearish here. Still the same thing. Nothing's changed. Like I said, guys, literally nothing has changed. I've showed you guys this before. This is the Firefly bull market barrier indicator. And after every top, when we come back up and test this center red line here, we usually never break back above it again. You can see it happen back here. Right here in 2018, you can see it happen back here. Let's go back here, right here in 2014. So that's another thing. It's going to be right around that same area, I think. But right now, that barrier is about 54,000 right in that area. Keep a close eye on that. This is the dollar overlaid on the Bitcoin chart. We're going to be taking a look at the dollar. We're going to be taking a look at the Dow Jones, gold, silver, Litecoin, Ethereum. So this is the dollar overlaid on Bitcoin. As you guys know, I've been saying since back in here, I'm bullish on the dollar for the next year or two, until we come back up and retest this trend line. Every time we test this trend line on the dollar, Bitcoin bottoms. Every time we test the bottom trend line, Bitcoin tops. The DXY. So if you guys watched Thursday's video and Friday's video, I had this 93.8 here, which is this trend line across here. And if you look on the daily right now, we are literally setting right on that trend line, guys. If we open and close the daily above this, then I would be willing to say the dollar is going to drop more. But if we remain supported on here, I think we got a hell of a nice bounce coming to the upside. If we go back down into the 4 hour, do we see any divergence here? And yes, we do. We see right here is some exaggerated bullish divergence right here. So yeah, it's looks like it could get one hell of a bounce up. And what would that do with the stock markets? Drag it down, as you guys can see. Still continuing down. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about, I'm starting to hear it all over again. We've heard all the same stuff in every bear market. Bitcoin is going to decouple from the stock markets. It's finally decoupling, blah, blah, blah. You hear it all the time. Go back to 2018, you hear it. Go back to 2019 and 20. At the beginning of 20, you hear it. Decoupling. Everybody's talking about decoupling. And then what else? The ETF. Oh my God, there's an ETF. Is Facebook back up? Sorry to change the subject. I was just curious. Yeah, some people crack me up that do not understand charts, do not understand whatever. Like I said, getting super bullish here. So far, we've made nothing but a lower high, right? There are things that could make me bullish. None of that has happened. Like, as you guys know, we drew this out. We were the only ones to call this right here back in, let's see. This was what back in on March 24th. What it would look like if it plays out and we go to that 63 or 64,000. Calling the top there. Everybody called me crazy. And then we drew this out almost. I did expect it to go a little bit lower, but if you listen to the timing on this, extremely bearish in my opinion, because this would be wave A, which like I said, around June, towards the maybe middle end of June. I think it was June 17th or something about it. No way to really tell exactly where. And again, guys, this will bounce around for a little bit, but if this does happen, look for a nice bounce in June. Might be a good time to long for another a wave. Chris Whitaker, it was short-term bullish, and it was to that 50,100 that I've talked about. I am laddering in shorts now. I notified everyone on Twitter and in the Discord this morning. I started laddering in shorts again. I did get stopped out of my last short, and I have been laddering more shorts in, and I will continue to do so. My last ladder is probably going to be around that 50,100 area. But yeah. That's what I mean. A lot of people just don't pay attention. Watch the video. Listen. Pay attention. People do not pay attention very well. Anyways, we've talked about this all 100 times. BTC just surpassed previous local high. Let me show you something, buddy. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Do you get it? What's the best price to open a short? Whenever you want. Like I said, I don't tell people when to short. I don't tell people when to long. I don't tell people when to buy. I don't tell people when to sell. If you have to wait for someone to tell you when to buy, sell, short, long, whatever, you definitely shouldn't be trading. All I make this channel for is to show you what I'm doing and how I get my ideas and what I do to get them. And we were looking at this as a possible 1-2-1-2. That is no longer on the table, but as you guys know, this circle was here on my Thursday and Friday's video that we could come up and retest this area, which is the 0.786. This could end up being a huge 1, 2, and then get a massive 3 much further down. If you don't understand charts, start looking into it, start paying attention to the videos, and you might start to get a little inkling if you can get that the news and all the BS out of your head and understand that everything is already burnt into the charts. So that is my video. I'm gonna cut this short because we had our little mishap on the first video and I screwed up a lot of time doing that. So like I said, I will be doing some members videos in the evenings this week. Tomorrow I will also, I'm going to tell you now because everybody else saying Savvy doesn't do videos of Bitcoin's going up, in case you're getting a little pop back up in the morning. I will be going over to my property. We're installing a gate over there in the morning. So once that's done, then I'll do my daily update video. So I will see you after that in the morning. I have to tell people every little step I make because people are just foolish and idiotic, and man, there are some very immature people in this space, boy. Anyways, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. Like I said, keep watching these areas that I just showed you. If you're just tuning in, go back. If you're watching this after live, make sure you smash the likes, tick that notification bell to get you notified when I post a new video. And nothing has changed yet, guys. Have a great day. I'm out.